Hello there, you fabulous creature. Welcome back to the Deep Dive.
Hey, everyone.
Today, we are snatching wigs, okay? We're diving deep into some tea that's being spilled all over D.C. It's about World Pride 2025, the big anticipated extravaganza.
Yeah, and our source for this deep dive, the very juicy district drama.
Well,
So picture this, World Pride. It lands right here in Washington.
right.
This was after, that whole situation moved the party from Taiwan.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. The political stuff.
Exactly. And the buzz was huge. We're talking headline. It's like, yeah, who is it? Shakira.
Yeah.
Chilo. Those names were floating around, honey.
Seriously, icons only.
Totally. The promise was like 2 million visitors descending on the city, turning D.C. into this massive rainbow runway.
2 million. Can you imagine? That
Yeah.
economic impact was supposed to be just
Ugh.
huge, bigger than, I don't know, a pride parade float made of solid gold.
Right. But hold your horses, besties.
No.
Because it seems like the confetti cannons might be a little damn.
Oh, no, don't say it.
The question everyone's whispering now is like, where's all that fierce energy gone? Why aren't the hotels booked solid?
Yeah, where are the bookings? You'd expect it to be impossible to get a room, right? Like trying to get front row for Beyonce.
That is the multi-million-dollar question, isn't it? Or maybe the where are all the gorgeous guests question.
Exactly.
So District Drama, our source, they've been looking into the hotel situation,
Okay.
and the data they got from CoStar Group, well, it paints a picture that's, let's just say, less than iconic for an event this size.
Less than iconic, darling. That's putting it mildly. So what are the numbers saying?
Well, get this. Back in mid-May, hotel occupancy in the central business district peaked at 86.3%, which sounds okay, right?
86%?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, not bad, but
Fast forward to June 8th, right in the middle of all the planned rainbow revelry.
yeah.
Occupancy drops to 44%.
44, shut up.
I know. Even the actual World Pride Parade weekend, June 6th and 7th, is looking, well, less sleigh all day and more like a regular Tuesday.
Oh, honey, no. That's not the vibe we ordered.
Not at all. And Mead Atkinson, he's with Sonesta Hotels and also Destination DC, he gave this quote.
Yeah. What do you say? Trying to spin it.
Kind of. He expressed hope, saying bookings would pick up slowly.
Slowly. Sweetie, slowly is how I decide what drag brunch to go to, not how booking should roll in for World Pride.
Right. It's supposed to be this huge surge.
The energy should be like electric. District Drama had a great line. They said it feels more like a canceled brunch reservation than the sold-out sequin-soaked sensation we were promised.
Whew, that's sharp. And speaking of Mr. Atkinson, there was this anecdote about him planning a White House-shaped cake.
A cake shaped like the White House for Pride.
Apparently. No doubt meant to be, dripping with rainbow frosting and optimism.
Bless his heart. A rainbow White House cake.
It does kind of suggest this level of maybe overly optimistic anticipation, right? Given the booking numbers we're seeing.
It sounds like the spirit was definitely willing, even if the bookings weren't exactly serving.
Eleganza extravaganza. Okay, so let's sashay into the why. What could be throwing shade on this usually radiant rainbow?
Okay, so this is where the story gets a bit less glitter, a bit more grit.
Uh-oh.
District Drama points pretty directly towards the political climate, specifically the impact of the Trump administration's second term and its anti-DEI policies.
Anti-DEI. Diversity, equity, inclusion.
Exactly. District Drama even uses this phrase, orange-tinted chaos agent.
Ooh, shade. Okay, but spill the tea. How are these policies actually, affecting Pride? What's the connection?
Well, it seems to be hitting on a few different levels. First, corporate sponsors.
The money.
Yeah, big events need big sponsors, right?
Yeah.
But companies are reportedly getting hesitant. District Drama named names. Booz Allen Hamilton apparently withdrew.
Wow, okay.
And Deloitte, who supported World Pride before, is sitting this one out.
Why the hesitation, though? What do anti-DEI policies have to do with corporate sponsorships for Pride? Well, District Drama suggests that this political climate, where there's this push against DEI initiatives, makes supporting big, visible LGBTQ plus events feel riskier for corporations.
Ah, like they're worried about backlash.
Exactly. Reputational risk, maybe alienating certain customers or political figures, so they get more cautious with where they put their money and their logo.
Okay, so corporate wallets are staying zipped. That's a major party foul for any big event budget. But it gets a bit more serious, too, doesn't it, based on what I read?
Regrettably, yes. The political climate has apparently made things feel unsafe enough that there have been specific safety warnings issued for transgender attendees.
Oh, my God. That's awful. Just heartbreaking.
It really is. And it's a stark reflection of the current environment. And it's not just safety concerns. Cultural institutions are feeling it too.
How so?
The Smithsonian's National Museum of African Art, they postponed their LGBTQ plus Pride exhibit, pushed it to next year.
Oh, are you serious? That's like canceling the opening number. It's criminal.
I know. And the Kennedy Center, usually such a beacon, right? They had to relocate some events.
Which ones?
Things like a drag story hour and the International Pride Orchestra performance moved them.
Unbelievable. And what about the big street festival, the one planned for the National Mall?
That got hit too. Budget adjustments, apparently, leading to the cancellation of the whole National Park Service activation part.
Why? What happened there?
NPS restrictions, things like selling merchandise, having food vendors, branding. Apparently those were big hurdles on the mall itself.
No merch on the National Mall during World Pride. That's like a drag queen showing up without a wig. It's fundamentally wrong.
It definitely changes the scale and feel of that part of the event. It's giving beige when we were promised Rainbow Riot.
Totally beige. Okay, so things sound challenging, but surely the community isn't just rolling over.
Absolutely not. Despite all these headwinds, you're seeing that incredible queer resilience shine through. Ryan Boss from the Capital Pride Alliance put out this really powerful statement.
What did he say?
He emphasized that because of everything going on, Pride this year actually takes on an even deeper meaning. It's become a form of protest against these threats.
Yes. You got it, fierce friend. Pride is protest, always has been. It's just so disheartening that it has to be so overtly right now.
It really is. But you know, you can't just dim that sparkle. DC seems determined not to let the rainbow flag droop.
So there's still hope. People are still pushing.
Definitely. Elliot Ferguson, he's the head of Destination DC. He's still holding out hope. He's hiking up the performer lineup that's still confirmed.
Who's still on the list? The big names.
Cynthia Erivo,
Yeah.
Joe Chi. And yeah, J-Lo and Shakira are apparently still slated to appear, which, let's be real, is a lineup worthy of 1,000 snaps.
Okay, work. That's still major.
And Ferguson also pointed out that, a big chunk of DC residents, like 14%, identify as LGBTQ plus. So there's a strong local base. He's hoping for a last-minute surge in bookings.
A surge. From 44% occupancy, that's asking a lot.
It is. I mean, that 86% back in May sounded okay, but for World Pride, organizers would typically be aiming for like 95% or even totally full. So yeah, 44% during the main event is a significant miss compared to expectations.
Okay, so maybe not a total sellout, but the locals are showing up.
It seems like the local community is really stepping up to the plate. There's this campaign called Paint the World with Pride.
Ooh, tell me more.
It's encouraging local businesses, residents, everyone to just go all out with rainbow decorations, like turn the whole city into this vibrant tapestry of support.
I love that. Visibility.
Exactly. And even the airports are getting involved. The Metropolitan Washington Airports Authority, MWAA.
Yeah.
They're putting up Pride-themed signs, selfie stations at Dulles and Reagan National.
Rainbow selfie stations at the airport. Obsessed. That's the welcome. It's like, welcome, gorgeous. Now strike a pose.
Right. And there are even whispers that the Metro WMATA might be doing something rainbow-themed too.
Okay, see, that's the spirit.
Yeah.
DC is fighting back with fabulousness.
It definitely seems like the city is determined to show its pride, even if those initial, maybe over-the-top expectations haven't quite panned out.
Mm-hmm.
Mayor Muriel Bowser, she was at a travel rally recently, and she basically reiterated that message. DC is open, it's welcoming, and they're looking forward to a safe, inclusive celebration across all 8 wards.
Work, Mayor. That's what we need to hear. It's
Yeah.
all about showing up, being visible, and just reminding everyone that we're here. We're queer. Get used to it again, no matter who's trying to throw shade.
Exactly.
So what's the bottom line here, my insightful friend? What's the takeaway from all this drama?
Well, I think World Pride 2025 might not be that blowout bash that was initially hyped up.
Yeah, sounds like it.
But maybe more importantly, it's really underscoring the enduring spirit and the profound importance of the LGBTQ plus community, right? It's become this powerful demonstration of resilience against some very real challenges.
Exactly. It's serving more fierce resistance than maybe flawless fantasy this year.
Well put.
But that core essence of pride, it's shining through, loud and proud.
So, to sum it up, we've got lower hotel bookings than hoped for,
Check.
a definite impact from the political climate, the anti-DEI stuff causing corporate jitters and messing with cultural events.
Double check.
but also this really strong, visible wave of support and resilience from the local community and allies in D.C.
Triple check.
Yeah.
Love to see it. And for you, our dazzling listener, here's something to chew on. What does it really mean when the political weather can directly impact LGBTQ plus celebrations like this on such a huge international scale?
That's a deep question.
Right. What does this whole situation tell us about where we are on that journey towards full visibility, full acceptance? And maybe more importantly, how can we, just as individuals, keep uplifting and supporting the community, long after the last piece of glitter is swept up in June?
Something to definitely think about.
Give it some thought, loves. Until our next deep dive.
Stay safe out there.
And stay fabulous.